What's going on, YouTube? June Heat. And as usual, it's around that time, man, where I'm all in the wrestling spirit, you know. So the videos is finna start coming out. Like, plus I need to gain an audience. So this is Heat TV predicting the Bloodline storyline. Yeah. Now, if you're a wrestling fan if you're a wrestling fan and you don't know the Bloodline storyline, anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. Survivor Series, War Games is coming up, and I'm gonna be predicting kind of fantasy booking, spitballing ideas, if you will. So just bear with me, come down the rabbit holes, the different rabbit holes I'm about to take you on. So this War Games, of course, is looking like it's shaping up to be Bronson Reed on Solo's team and Seth Rollins on Roman's team, which to me still is kind of weird, but I guess because you just combine another storyline into the Bloodline storyline, just for what reason? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out later. But I feel like I kind of want the new Bloodline to win War Games because you can do a whole lot with that. But I kind of think that Roman's team needs to win War Games. So, for the sake of this, I'm going to say the new Bloodline wins War Games. So, but I feel like the swerve is that Paul Heyman's going to come back with The Rock. At the end of the Survivor Series, Paul Heyman and The Rock going to show up. Like I said, come down this rabbit hole with me, man. Paul Heyman and The Rock shows up. So, in the ring, Solo's team stands victorious, of course. So, all of a sudden, after the match, they get to, they start jumping on Roman them again. And that's when The Rock is going to come out there. And I feel like this is when they're going to debut Hikuleo. If that's how you say his name. Hikuleo. To join his brothers, the Tongan brothers. And I feel like once Roman them is down, I feel like Sammy's going to walk away after the match. And he's going to leave Jay and them. And I feel like they're going to jump on him. They're going to beat Roman, Jay, and Jimmy down till they not standing no more. And that's when Hikuleo's going to show up with The Rock. And then Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed, I feel like they're going to turn on Solo and Jacob. It's going to be like a little 3-on-4 situation. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on it. I feel like the Tongans is going, once they get their brother who's supposed to be what, 6'9", 6'10", or something like that. I feel like once they do that, they gonna turn on Jacob and Solo, and that's gonna lead them in the ring. They gonna beat them up, and that's when Roman, Jay, and Jimmy's gonna get up, and they gonna get in the ring and help them, because that's what the real bloodline is destined to be. It's supposed to be Roman, Jay, Jimmy, Jacob, and Solo. That's real blood. That's the real bloodline. So I feel like somehow, some way, it has to get to that. So I feel like that's how it's gonna happen at Survivor Series. Rock's gonna show up with Hikuleo, and they all gonna jump Solo. They gonna kick him out the group. They're gonna kick Jacob out the group, and it's gonna be the Rock's bloodline. Like, it's gonna be the Rock, Bronson Reed, Hikuleo, Tamatonga, Tongaloa. Now, that's where I'm at with Survivor Series. Now, we all know, as soon as Survivor Series is over, Roman's gonna probably be gone to the Netflix special on January 6th. So January 6th, Netflix, Roman shows up. I believe they're gonna start announcing the Royal Rumble participants. They're gonna start having them draw. So that's probably what Roman gonna be doing then. Drawing a number in the Rumble. And I feel like the Rumble is gonna be so crazy, man. The Rumble is gonna be super crazy. For some reason, I feel like Jacob Fatu is gonna draw number one, and he's gonna go the distance. I just had that feeling, man. They've been pushing him. I just had that feeling. He's gonna draw number one, and he's gonna probably last to the last two. And I feel like, for some reason, I feel like Roman's gonna be number two, and he's gonna last all the way to the end. I feel like those two gonna be the first two, and they're gonna be the last two, because they've been teasing that little face off between them too much. Like, it's just something about it makes me feel like they're gonna be the first two and the last two. Well, no, they're gonna be the last part of the last three. I'm gonna say they're gonna be part of the last three. They're gonna be the first two and part of the last three. Because I have me personally, I have Jay Uso winning the Royal Rumble. So Jay's gonna be part of the last three with them two. I feel like they gonna take turns kind of beating up on Jacob to kind of show how strong he is. They're gonna get him down for a little minute. They gonna start having a little struggle. Then Jacob's gonna come in. He's gonna throw Roman over, and then Jay's gonna be right behind him and flip him out. That's how I feel like that's gonna happen. So I got Jay winning the Royal Rumble. By this time, I believe that Lance probably will be inserted into this story, because now y'all go down this rabbit hole with me now. Just picture this for all the Bloodline storyline fans. Picture a tribal combat elimination chamber match. Just let that sink in for a minute. Tribal combat elimination chamber to settle once and for all who is the tribal chief, who is the head of the table. I can see WWE doing that. Roman, Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Jacob, and Lance. 6 people. And out of that, I feel like Jay will win. He will find a way to win, and he will be the tribal chief going forward. I feel like this will put Roman in the possibilities of facing Rock at WrestleMania. Now, with that deal, I feel like The Rock is gonna make that People's Championship into like a real championship. He's gonna introduce into the WWE sort of like a Legends Championship. You have to have like a certain amount of reigns, have to be a Royal Rumble winner, you know, Grand Slam, all that stuff. So I feel like The Rock is gonna turn that title he got into a Legends Championship of sorts, and that's what he's gonna fight Roman for at WrestleMania, and Roman's gonna win that title. So he's gonna have the Legends title. I feel like Jay is gonna fight Cody at WrestleMania, so that circle can come all the way around. Cause remember, he's the one that brought Jay back, talked Jay into coming back a few years ago. So that story's gonna come around. Cause remember, he said that I think it was with the Grayson Waller effect. He was like, and I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me. Everything means something. So I feel like Jay's gonna challenge Cody at WrestleMania. Since he's the tribal chief, he's gonna fight Cody at WrestleMania, win that belt. I feel like his brother, Jimmy, is finally gonna get his hands on a singles championship at WrestleMania. Probably the Intercontinental Championship. He'll probably get that at WrestleMania. And I feel like Jacob and Solo will be tag team champions. That way, the whole bloodline, with the exception of Lance, will have a title. Unless they put an NXT on the card or something, on a WrestleMania card, and he wins that NXT championship or something like that. But I don't know. They have most of the gold. But I feel like that's what is the bloodline story is coming around to, back to them gaining all the championships again, and starting the whole terrorizing the roster thing again. Well, this time they probably be faces instead of heels. They'll probably be, fighting other heel factions frequently. You know what I'm saying? Probably have one big one in the way. You never know who will team up these days and what can happen. But that's what I feel like the bloodline story is getting to. Is going to end up with Jay being the tribal chief before WrestleMania, and he gonna win the championship at WrestleMania. And I feel like Jimmy is gonna be either King of the Ring, or he's gonna be Money in the Bank. Mr. Money in the Bank. You can put that in your. I got Jay winning the Rumble. You got Jimmy winning Money in the Bank. Or King of the Ring. So SummerSlam will be Jimmy versus Jay Part 2 for the belt. Think on that one. But yeah. And I feel like at some point they're gonna try to, cause Roman, Jay, and Jimmy, they all about to be 40s. You know what I'm saying? They finna be heading on out, at least doing a lighter schedule, just putting people over. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's how that's gonna go. I feel like uh, Jacob Solo and Lance, soon to be Zilla, they gonna be the new future bloodline for years and years and years to come. People who thinking this story is finna end, you got another thing coming. Like, this story is never ending. That's just like, it's a pot of gold that's never gonna end, because they got family. And as long as they got family, they got a story to tell. As long as it's a dead faction, they can always win all the belts and be a dominant faction and change things in the whole. They told you to take him off the throne. Like, I kind of feel like Cody, when he turn heel, he gonna create a killer kind of a stable. I don't know who gonna be in it. I feel like it's gonna be some young guns mixed with maybe a vet. I don't know, man. But I feel like Cody gonna have some cooking in a minute, because he getting stale as this baby face. And if, like I said, if y'all want to dethrone the bloodline and their story, then you have to come up with something. So anyway, please, hey, comment down below what you think about everything I'm saying. And till next time, man, y'all please like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get my followers, my subscribers up. So please, if you can, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep rocking with your man. June Heat, Heat TV.